Bienvenidos, y'all.
Oh my gosh. Is there a word that translates directly for y'all?
Ustedes?
No. No, y'all.
I wish. Yeah. Y'all. Just y'all.
Yeah.
I can make it a thing in Spanish.
Ooh.
Just insert y'all. Every other word. Como y'all estás, y'all. I think that would go over well.
Well, Gloria, thank you for welcoming our listeners. And we also have Monica here.
Hola.
Who hails from Zachary. Zachary.
Yes. Thank you for saying it right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's hard to roll your R's.
I know, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I mean, probably not for Gloria.
Well, the Venezuelan dialect and the Zacare dialect are similar.
Yeah.
I'm going to show my ignorance here.
Do it.
There is one of the kids, as I call them, they're adults, but one of the kids that comes over on Friday nights speaks Spanish.
Okay.
But I believe it's a Honduran Spanish.
Okay. Yeah.
So would y'all be able to completely?
Yeah.
converse?
There's definitely words that are different and like phrases that are different.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is actually a great topic because like usually it's like a very normal word or phrase that like a different culture thinks it's like vagina,
God.
like for me, for instance, I was actually thinking about this the other day because I was
Right off
going
the bat,
against
vaginas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going against the
1232.
one way on the opposite direction. I was headed, the opposite direction. And in Venezuela, we say you're eating the arrow when you do that.
Okay.
But in Panama, apparently eating the arrow means what you think it means. So you can't say you're eating the arrow.
What do you think it means?
Eating the taco.
I don't know. You tell me.
Taco?
Eating the taco.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, okay.
Sharp. It's
Do you
pointing.
think
That taco
Yeah.
bites back.
it's a soft taco?
The fact that the arrow is
It's not a
the
crunchy
same-
taco.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to hear it.
Anyways,
Okay, so what's new with y'all? Because it's been a while.
it has been a while. We're
And-
thankful.
Good.
Thankful, grateful, blessed.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I woke up yesterday morning on Thanksgiving and my hair looked like a giant cotton ball.
Beautiful.
And I said, the higher the hair, the closer to God.
That's right.
So,
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. Amen. Have y'all watched The Righteous Gemstones?
Okay, so I tried.
Oh, my God.
I just couldn't I feel like it's a
What?
show you have to kind of stick with for a minute to kind of
Yes.
get the vibe. So I need to try again.
I am dead right now that you have not seen it.
No,
because
I've still
you-
I will love it. I know,
will.
especially with my cult upbringing. I feel like maybe it was a little triggering for me because I was like, oh, I know
hit a
that
little
guy.
too close to home.
I maybe dated that guy.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think I feel like it's kind of like, so Schitt's Creek, when I tell people I love Schitt's Creek, they try to watch it and they're like, this is
Yeah,
so dry.
I get it.
But it's like, you got to give it
You
just
have
a
to,
second.
yeah.
So Harold we're not even doing a podcast today, are we? Like, what's going on?
We're just vibing.
Harold watched Schitt's Creek, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
So
It's the
Oh,
speak to that
you
one.
got to just give it a second.
Yes. You have to get past the first season.
It's anything like The Office,
Yeah.
Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, those shows like that. You got to just give it, just
Well,
let it marinate.
When The Office came out, I couldn't watch it with Harold because it made me so uncomfortable.
God, it's so good.
It made me so.
And here you are, a podcaster.
Yes.
Which The Office is basically a podcast.
Yes, you're right.
You didn't even know.
That's right.
All right. So y'all want to stop chit-chatting and
Let's get
do
to the
it.
business.
Do the
All right?
business of the
We're
day.
on the clock.
And for those of you who are not Patreon members, please go to patreon.com/grits and help support the show, because Monica has gotten me a couple of new guests that are going to be on Grits After Dark
That's right.
for our Patreon members. And for those of you who are at the level where you get the free mini-sodes, I'm so sorry. I'm going to catch up with these guys and we're going to get you all caught up, and they are going to be awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are going to 1988.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Y'all.
Good year.
Glow, how old were you?
I was
Ha ha.
-4.
I was 2 years at a high school graduation.
Okay.
So that was the best time of my life, right?
Nice.
I was 5, probably fresh out of kindergarten graduation. Felt
Kindergarten?
good. Felt good.
That's over 35 years ago.
Oh, God.
Like, okay, so you know how I usually do pop culture?
Yeah.
I looked up, what did we have in 1988?
I like that.
Better yet, what did we not have
So many things.
in 1988?
Wow.
Cell phones, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have had
Do we have
those-
the bag car
Yeah, I was
phones?
going to say we might have had that.
Like the drug dealers had them.
All we had were the landlines.
Yeah.
And people would have typically one phone in their house.
That's right.
It was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The cord.
We didn't even have cordless yet.
No, the cord would reach to the backyard,
Correct.
basically from the kitchen.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. We also didn't have gender reveal parties
Mhm.
in 19.
I don't even think, could you even tell yet?
So here it is. It was possible to find out the sex of your baby with an ultrasound, but back then I would say it wasn't very accurate like it is
Right.
now.
It was just a shot.
Like they're like, oh, you just took a pregnancy test. You're pregnant. Oh, you're having a boy. Like that's how it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know. So in 1988, we did not have Google, YouTube, Wikipedia, any social media.
Nothing.
If you had to write a book report at school, you had to go to the fucking library and check out a fucking book.
You know
That's
what we had?
wild.
We had the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Britannica.
Yeah.
Amen. If you were lucky enough to have the whole alphabet, but
And
like,
you better pray.
Yeah.
Oh.
like sometimes I just
Missing
have
pages.
like, you
It's
know,
like P through Q.
Yeah.
Oh, those are useful
yeah,
letters.
right. A and B, you know.
Missing.
Yeah.
Missing
That's
for no
it.
reason.
That's funny.
We did have Cliff Notes though.
Also, try looking
Oh.
something up in the encyclopedia when you don't know how to spell it.
Oh
I tell you,
yeah.
my father, Billy Edmondson, would tell me, sound it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Dad,
That's the English language.
go
You
look
cannot
it up in
language-
the dictionary. And I'd be like, how does one look up something they don't know how
Yeah.
to spell? So yeah, the 80s, we were built different,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we were.
We weren't
for
soft.
sure.
That's awesome.
Okay. Let's get this show on the road.
Let's do it.
We're going to Stillwater, Oklahoma,
Mm.
June 8th, 1988, around 6:30 a.m. Stillwater authorities received a 911 call, as many of my episodes start out.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
A couple was calling to report that their neighbor was on their front porch, crying and screaming. The neighbor said her parents had been murdered.
Mm.
She was 18-year-old Francine Stepp.
Mm.
And she had just gotten home and discovered the gruesome scene. Any questions so far?
The name is familiar.
Oh.
I feel like
Stepp.
I feel like I
Okay.
know it.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
When the authorities arrived and started going through the house, they said the house was clean but cluttered. I mean,
It's rude.
you know,
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll leave the dishes in the sink overnight.
Right.
Honestly.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
As a
Like-
mother, the way that would hurt my heart, that was in a police report.
Well, my thing is
I'd be
like,
like, what does that have to do?
Why did you have to point that out?
What does it have to do with anything, sir?
literally when I leave the house in the morning, I'm like, okay, if something happens and the police have to bust in here, is the bed
I've thought
made?
about
Like, are the
that.
dishes done?
Ah, do I seem like trash? What is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe do I seem busy?
What's going in the
Right.
police report?
CPS is going to take these children.
No, they're all grown now.
That's right.
I still got one they could take.
Oh,
He's doing his best.
And you're like, come on,
yeah.
bring it. Okay, so in the kitchen, the phone had been pulled off the wall.
Mm.
The police proceeded to the bedroom and they saw a 22 caliber shell casing on the floor. They could hear an alarm clock buzzing. Now, for those of you who have only ever woken up to your delightful tone on your phone, alarm clocks back then literally were the only way that we could get up and be on time. And it went, meh, meh,
Forever.
meh,
Yeah.
meh. So they hear this, and you know how fucking annoying
yeah,
that
I hate
is.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, but they leave it going.
You have to.
because they're going for the doorknob of the bedroom and there's blood on the doorknob.
Okay, so they haven't seen the bodies.
No. And
Yeah.
then they get in the room and there's 2 air conditioners in the room. I guess like window units.
Yeah, honestly, I
But-
would need that.
Hot flash.
Mhm.
No. What? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Feel
That
that.
will. Yeah.
I need one straight out my face.
Yes.
I feel that.
Yeah. I'm not a pioneer woman. Like I
Mm-mm.
need my AC.
No.
me too.
So one of them wasn't working
Okay.
and I'm assuming it was hot.
And it was June.
Because
So
oh, that's right. So
summer.
it is hot
Yeah.
in Oklahoma, and the room smelled,
Ugh.
and the alarm clock is buzzing over
Yeah.
and over,
Mm.
and you can imagine there's blood everywhere.
No.
You can imagine like these guys. This was imprinted on them.
Ugh.
Some of the investigators said that anytime they hear an alarm clock,
Oh, they go back to that
like
moment.
a little PTSD.
directly, yes,
Mm.
yeah. And just as a side note, I don't set an alarm anymore because I'm so old. I just wake up automatically at
good.
3 a.m. every day.
That's,
The
well, after
anxiety.
dinner at 4 p.m.
Right. The Golden Corral chocolate fountain. Puts
You're ready
me
to
down.
start.
Yes. Yeah. I'm out by 6 p.m. So,
Matlock bedtime.
yes. I prefer Murder, She Wrote.
Stop.
Okay.
A queen.
So they found 2 bodies. One was male. The other was female. The male was naked and had multiple stab wounds.
Ugh.
He also had a gunshot wound to his neck.
Jeez.
There was blood splatter all over the bed, all over the walls, the nightstand. There was a female in the room who was also naked. She was on the floor, curled up. Her upper body was wedged between the dresser and the nightstand.
Ugh.
She was covered in blood. She had stab wounds to the front and back of her body.
Jeez.
And there was a knife sticking out of her back.
This sounds like
Was it broken? Or just,
It was sticking in there, just like,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
That's a crime of passion, team.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
The victims were identified as Mark and Dolores Stepp, who are Francine's parents.
Right, right.
Yeah. So Dolores, they call her D. So I might go back and forth
Mhm.
between
Yeah, that's
Dolores
I
and
like
D.
that.
We love a nickname.
Yep.
Yes. Mark and D were social people. They enjoyed hanging out with friends. They laughed. They joked a lot. I'm like, this kind of sounds like our family,
Oh.
so it's kind of scary
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Mark worked at a power plant. Again,
Yeah.
plant
Wah, wah.
work.
Mm.
His job was very stressful, but coworkers said Mark was a laid back dude.
Same. We would say the same.
Yeah.
We would. This is kind of scary, Tammy.
Dolores worked at Oklahoma State University. Okay, I don't have a
No.
university job.
You have an LSU shirt on.
That's right. Go Tigers.
Stop.
Oh, wait.
What?
Scary.
Go
Yeah.
Tigers. Yeah. Okay. The power plant had a softball team. Again.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mark and Dee coached the team.
Stop.
I like these people. They're fun,
Is it
right?
Harold's Angels?
Right.
Tell me the name of the team is Harold's Angels.
Harold's Angels.
I'm leaving.
That's awesome.
Okay, they had one daughter, Francine. They didn't have
Right.
any other kids.
Okay.
Friends of the Stepps say that Francine, also referred to as Franny sometimes, was quiet and withdrawn. That she doesn't seem to be the child that fits in with the outgoing parents.
Yeah.
People from Franny's school days said she didn't seem unhappy. She was just kind of a loner.
Yeah.
She was in band. Yay, band kids.
Yeah.
Love it.
All my kids are band kids.
Yeah.
One of the band students remembers trying to talk to Francine, and Francine was like, "Why are you talking to me? Don't talk to me."
Oh.
I feel that,
Yeah.
Francine.
I mean, that's a mood.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So police.
Go away.
So at
Francine's like, I'm all friended up.
yeah.
I'm all
I don't
friended
need
up.
any more.
We're
I
good.
don't need this,
I'm
bitch.
good, guys. I'm good. So she's in band. So she's in high school. She lives with them.
She's 18, huh?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
18. Oh, no, I think it was 6. What did I say? Anyway,
It's okay.
we'll recap her age in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But I feel like she was maybe a senior. You know how some
yeah.
yeah.
I got an 18-year-old senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back at the scene. You know, Francine was at the neighbor's house screaming and crying. So police took Francine from this crime scene to the station for questioning. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Francine said she had spent the night at a friend's house. She came home that morning to get ready for
She
work.
didn't have friends.
Oh, she had friends.
Okay, she had friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
brother.
it. Mm.
She came home to get ready for work, and that's when she found the gruesome scene. Now, interviewers said she seemed genuinely upset. She, like, the paramedics checked her blood pressure, and nothing was like overly high or anything, but she was visibly upset by the situation. So this is her timeline, okay? Francine said that she went to her friend Cindy Wynn's house and spent the night at her house. They had been up all night. The two of them met after work and spent most of the day together, and they were up all night. And during the night, they went back and forth between Cindy and Francine's house.
Mm.
The last time Francine saw, and I'm saying this in quotes,
Right.
saw her parents and knew they were alive was because she heard the toilet flush in their bathroom. So she didn't actually see them. She
Right.
heard.
and she said that was around 11:30 p.m. And Cindy was with her too.
Yeah.
Okay. So Francine went on to say she came back home that morning. She went to her parents' room, saw blood on the doorknob. Remember, the cops saw blood on the doorknob. And she went in the room and found her parents.
Yeah. Horrifying.
Yes. Francine had an aunt that came down from Kansas to pick her up. Francine's boyfriend, Frank, heard about what was going on, and he went to the police station to see about her. And I don't know how he heard about what was going on, but he got there. They put him in a separate room from Francine because they wanted to, check this dude out.
Yeah.
Frank was a good old boy, drove a truck, wore cowboy boots.
Love to see it.
Love it.
During his interview with the police, Frank contradicted himself frequently.
Ay, ay, ay.
Where were you? Do it again.
Ay, ay, ay.
That means you're going up the street the wrong way in some languages.
What is it?
Or vagina.
Don't jump the arrow. Watch that
arrow.
Don't eat that arrow. Spicy. Sorry, Tammy.
I got to tell y'all a spicy story afterwards.
No, I can't.
Vagina spicy story.
We're locked back in.
nice.
Frank said he was at home all night. They were like, Frank, do you have a 22? And he's like, yeah, I have a 22.
Of course he does.
They took his
I wear cowboy
22.
boots.
Yeah, I wear cowboy boots.
Probably hanging in the back window of his truck.
I was going to say, I got a gun rack.
Yeah.
It's out in the parking lot. Yeah, I want the gun. They took it. And they took it for ballistics testing.
You got to.
So 4 hours after the bodies were found, Mark's plant job got informed of the situation. And no one at the plant could believe that it happened.
Yeah.
So basically, like, if Harold turns up dead and, like, I'm still alive and the plant finds out, y'all keep it on the low key.
Okay.
All right? Don't be just like, Tammy did it. All right.
I would never.
We have to investigate.
I would say, where's Tammy?
Yeah.
Is she okay?
What did Harold do to make Tammy kill him? What did he do?
Oh, God. Okay. So one of Mark's coworkers, Kevin Breezel, he comes up a couple times in this story. He says, of course, there's always this person. He says from the moment he met Mark, he felt something was kind of off with him.
Oh, brother.
Everybody
Whatever.
else.
They predicted everything.
I mean, everybody else is like, oh, they're so fun. They're so nice.
Yeah.
This dude's like, I saw it coming.
Okay, Kevin. He's probably unfun.
Kev, you weren't on the softball team.
That's right.
Did
They
you not
left him
make the
out.
team? He cut.
They benched him.
He made you catcher?
He had a grudge.
Because I play catcher.
I play catcher too. I was about to say the same thing. I was very honored, honestly.
When you're not
When you're not good,
good.
they put
Yeah.
I would say good enough is the
that's
word I'm
right.
looking
But I'm
for.
like, hey,
but you're a good time.
Yeah. That's right.
All right.
I don't feel like Kevin was a good time.
Personality
No.
higher.
But here's why he said he felt from the get-go something was wrong.
Right.
He said Kevin and Mark and a couple other guys from the plant went to a training in Tulsa. And when the training was over, Mark told his coworkers he wasn't ready to go back to the plant.
You want a party?
Yeah, he wanted a party.
Well, they're down to clown.
So,
Mark and D.
but D wasn't with him.
Sure. It's all right.
So, yeah, he was down to clown.
We like it.
Okay. So Mark suggested they drive around because one of the guys was like, what do you want to do? He's like, let's just drive around and see what the what. And I'm thinking, what is this? You want to go sightseeing or something? So the person who was driving, the coworker who was driving, Mark was giving him like, oh, turn left right here.
Oh, like you knew.
Go up there a ways and turn right and see what's over there. Okay, it seemed random, but it wasn't random. They ended up at a strip club.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine. That's a cool way to get there. You're not
just
expecting
casual.
it.
Oh, titties.
how did this happen?
yeah.
What the what?
Coinkydink.
I just wanted to drive.
So they're in a company car.
Oh, man.
Everyone in the car is married. All the guys are like, no. And Mark was just so disappointed and couldn't understand why these guys didn't want to go in this strip club.
The strip club that we randomly stumbled upon.
Yes, it's fate.
It's like it was meant to be.
The Lord led us here. I'm taking in my gemstones right now. Okay. All right. So a month after this little strip club work trip.
Bachelor trip.
Yeah. Mark and Dee were murdered.
Oh.
Just a month. All right. So coworker Kevin said that when he heard about the murders, he immediately thought of the strip club incident.
That's stupid, Kevin.
How was it an incident? Y'all didn't even go in.
No, like you drove past it.
Yeah.
Kevin, calm down.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the crime scene. Okay.
Locked in.
CSI is combing the scene. They wanted to make sure they got any evidence they could get because blood was fucking everywhere. They had to be very meticulous and it took a lot of time. They were looking at the normal shit that CSI looks, blood splatter, injury patterns,
Right.
all the shit that we talk
Yeah.
about.
You got to.
But when they're going through everything, they find a picture.
Oh, no.
It was a photograph of Mark, D, and Francine.
At the strip club.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
I'm going to try to describe this picture. I may get a little
real quick. Is Francine Mark's kid?
Yes.
Like Mark and Dee are the
Yeah.
biological parents?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be ready for whatever horror
Yeah.
is about to be unveiled. Go.
Okay, so you've probably seen Francine is like handstanding with her legs up in the air, and mom's holding one ankle and dad's holding the other.
Okay.
It's a cute family
Yeah.
picture.
Sure.
Yeah.
They were all naked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Francine was like a teenager?
Yes. Yes.
What age would it be weird, Gloria?
I mean, you're right.
No, she was only 3, so it was okay.
Oh,
No.
okay.
What age is the naked
Yeah.
hands?
I said, okay. Yeah.
We just changed her diaper and decided to do naked pictures.
I guess I'm wondering, was this like...
I mean, when I hear about the picture at first, I'm like, oh, it's a fun family picture. And then it's
Yeah.
like,
Just
oh, and
being
they're all
goofy.
fucking naked. What the fuck?
Okay.
So the police start calling this the Flying W photo.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. In Mark's closet, CSI found a box of videotapes.
No.
I'm so
Yes.
scared.
Sickos.
Yeah. They watched the tapes and found a video of Mark and Dee in a motel room having sex.
Oh.
Now, everything's going in a whole different direction now.
It's gotten weird.
Maybe Kev is right.
Yeah.
Kevin knew.
Huh?
As word spread around town about the porn,
Yeah.
is it porn if you're with your
Also,
Yeah,
like,
and
so
it's
when
for
maybe they
your
were
own
just into that.
enjoyment?
Like, I'm
Yeah.
weirded out by the naked kid in the
Right.
picture.
I agree.
I'm weirded out by that, but like, who cares?
if you want to go to a hotel room and
like, you're married, it's your
Yeah.
business.
yeah.
Let your freak flag fly.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I'm with
don't
you.
bring your freaking kid into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I thought you were going that way. I was like, oh,
Mm-mm.
man.
No. Okay. So word spreading around town about the porn and people started coming forward with stories.
Here we go. Swanger.
Kevin,
Kev.
give it to us.
Kevin was the first in line.
Kev was like, I am not surprised at all about that. I don't know why I made him like,
Because I feel like Kevin says.
Yeah.
sassy. No matter what people thought or felt, seriously, would this lead to murder of some kind of way,
Yeah.
So the police were like, we need to talk to Francine about this naked flying
Yeah.
W picture. And she is 18 years old at this point.
Okay.
So I knew we would revisit that. Can you imagine being 18 and like going into the police? Your parents have been murdered. You go into the police station and an old crotchety detective is asking you why you're naked in this picture. Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, did she even, if this family's so freaking weird and like
Was she like smiling? in the picture?
incestuous, like, did she even know that it was weird? Because, you know, the kids
Yeah.
that grow up in that
That's
kind
true.
of
That's a good point.
environment,
Yeah.
they think everybody's family's like that. So they
Yeah.
probably just needed to see.
Kids that grow up getting beat just think
They
other
think
parents
everybody
beat
Yeah.
that's
their
what you do at
kids.
my house.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
if that's what was said, but when she was asked about the picture, she said that her parents belonged to a nudist colony in Hutchinson, Kansas.
As one does.
So far, nothing abnormal. It was in Hutchinson, but they called it Hutch.
Got it.
All right.
Okay, cute.
So Hutch was a couple hours away from their home. The detectives asked Francine the hardest question, like, were there any sexual activity between her and her parents? She immediately and harshly denied that anything like that was
Good.
going on. She's like, no.
Good.
Maybe they're just weird.
Why would you take a picture with
I
your
know.
child like
That's-
this?
ugh.
Well, I'm like, I need more information.
She's got her
Yeah.
vagina up in the air, for God's sake.
Uh-uh.
So police didn't have a lot of knowledge about this whole nudist colony. This is 1988, y'all.
It's a
Well, I
weird
kind of
time.
want to have some questions about that. I guess you're getting into it.
Well, we weren't woke back then.
We didn't
Yeah.
know.
But what'd you say?
We didn't know.
No.
It was a different time.
They just said people would just say that those things existed, but like you
don't
really
talk about
What
it.
does a nudist community entail? Like y'all go to a mansion?
Have you
So
never
was it
heard-
like a picture at a nudist
No.
colony? Because maybe her doing I think it's
at
weird.
it was at a nudist colony that they took the
So
picture.
see, maybe it's.
Oh,
I think
It was
that's
a-
weird to be naked. Grown-ups to be naked
I
with
don't
kids.
want anybody to see me naked.
No,
It's not
no.
a nice.
Again, if some grown-ups want to be weird,
Oh.
Yeah,
go be weird.
you're not breaking the law,
But you can't
But
let
then you
your
like putting your
kid-
kid's
that's-
vagina up
No,
in the
that's messed
air.
up.
That's
That's
a
very
bound-
messed
that's
up.
a hard boundary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Line. You've crossed the
You
line.
can't. It can't be uncrossed.
The line is very loosey goosey, but you
Yeah.
crossed the line.
It was the 80s, but even we had boundaries.
Yes.
Right?
So, like I said, the police didn't know much about this, and they're like, "Is it common to take a picture of your kid like this at a
Right.
nudist colony?" Like what?
Mhm.
So they went to the nudist colony to ask some questions, but there was the whole privacy.
Right.
Like, we're not going to really tell you about them specifically, but we'll kind of tell you how things work.
Right.
Okay.
And he said that they would just like basically all commune together and they would be naked. Like it's just like living a normal life with clothes on, but you're naked.
Ah.
So yes.
Interesting.
So grossed out.
Yeah.
I know.
Man, fucking sit on a towel or something. 'Cause I am like not trying to come after you. You put your nasty stank ass on a park bench or something.
It's the summer.
Oh no.
The swamp bass.
No,
So the
no.
police got a little bit of an education about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing real specific in regard to Mark and Dee
Okay.
Yeah.
and Francine. So back at the house, they're still processing the scene.
Yeah.
CSI team used luminol. We all know what that
Got
is.
to. You
Yes.
got
Fucking
to.
spray that shit.
Light it up.
Thank
Yeah,
good they had it in
show us.
1988, right?
Like I
Yeah.
bet that room lit up like a glow stick.
Well, there was
So-
already blood.
yeah, that wasn't.
But it's the fluids.
But listen, here's the thing.
Wasn't thinking about that.
Like somebody once did a thing on TV about if you take a black light into the hotel. I'm like,
Yo,
no,
I
bro.
don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to. Let me live in
Yeah.
ignorant bliss.
Let me
Yes,
curl up in
please.
these bed
Yeah.
bugs and mind my business.
No, I ain't trying to see if there's jizz on the
No.
remote in the hotel.
It's not my business what happened here.
Okay, so here's what they luminol. I mean, obviously, the fucking bedroom doesn't need to be luminol. There's
Yeah.
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So they back out of the bedroom door
Oh, so
and they spray the luminol as they're backing out down the hallway. Okay. The luminol lit the motherfucker up.
Oh my god.
2 sets of footprints
Mm.
Ay, ay, ay.
could be seen. And somebody had taken the time to clean up the footprints.
Mm.
At the end of the hall, when I say that, I mean they backed out, and I'm guessing like when they got to the living room, maybe they saw the footprints go in 2 different directions. One went toward the front door, the other went toward the back door. So the authorities were not surprised that there was 2 people, because think about how
Yeah.
one person's gonna do all this
Right.
to 2 grown adults. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
somebody's gonna be fighting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Nobody was tied up or anything in this
Right, right.
scenario.
Yeah.
You know, so
That we know of.
they probably did the tying up stuff
Before.
and then they finished.
Yeah.
That was the
and-
pregame.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were pre-gaming. Yeah.
Pre-gamed.
So Mark and Dee were average sized people, not overly large or overly small, but I still think it would take 2 people.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
take them
Sure,
down
because like
that.
if you're coming,
Yeah, I feel like they're
somebody
feisty,
could jump
too.
on.
But-
I feel like Dee's a feisty girl.
Yeah.
But I also think like obviously there was a gun involved, so maybe
Sure.
you
Yeah.
could,
It's a
you
good
know.
point.
Anyway, all right, let's go look at Francine's story.
Let's do it.
She spent the night with her friend Cindy Wynn. I'm gonna spill the tea on Cindy now.
Let's do it.
Uh-oh.
A classmate of the 2 girls said that Cindy was loud and
Mhm.
Francine was quiet.
Mm.
They were opposites, but they were BFFs.
Hmm.
Cindy liked attention. So, like, I'm the Cindy.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're all a Cindy.
Yeah.
There's nothing but Cindy's in this room.
That's right.
Yeah. So, now this part's not true about me. Drama followed Cindy everywhere she went. Like my philosophy on life, y'all have heard me say it before on the podcast. Don't start none, won't be none.
No, but like I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, me too. I kind of want to be in the sidelines.
Come tell me everything that's happening. Do not involve me.
Yeah.
But I want to hear. I want to know.
It's like a train wreck.
It's like immature. I just want to watch. I can't look away.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Well, Cindy was like the
she
one
was riding the train.
She was, yes.
Dude.
No, she was the engineer. She was shoveling the coal in the fire.
Absolutely.
She was doing all the shit. Like, she messy.
And you got like the strong personality, the submissive personality.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
So one time, this is classmates talking, okay? Cindy showed up at school with a bunch of money. She wouldn't say where she got the money.
Okay, Cindy.
Everybody assumed she stole the money.
Right.
Like, this is Cindy.
Yeah,
okay.
Drama.
So Cindy even one of her friends was dating a guy, and she started talking to the guy.
I got you.
She's a mean girl to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regina.
Liar, thief, you know.
She's a pick-me.
Yeah.
Well, the popo wanted to pick me.
A pick-me girl.
Pick me.
She's a pick-me girl.
Is that what that is?
Like attention whore. It's all about me.
Like she just wants to be in the center.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it's fun to have attention, but like not if you have to do shit, like negative shit.
Right.
Sure.
But the popo wanted to talk to her.
Got to.
Obviously. So they brought Cindy into the station and they asked her, I found this very interesting, to write down her accounts of the evening
I like that.
before Mark and Dee's bodies were found. I have done a lot of stories.
No,
I have never heard where they brought someone in and asked them to write it down.
Wow. That's very interesting. I wonder what the strategy.
The strategy is, I knew you'd ask.
Yeah, thanks.
Is that if you write down your statement, it's likely that you will give a lot more detailed information than if you were just telling the story.
You know, like if you get in a wreck, I've always had to write down.
I'm usually the one wrecking into people, so I refuse to write things down.
Well, I'm a fool. Okay. And I'm like, yes, sir, officer. Whatever you said.
Today.
Here's my lawyer's card.
Yeah. So the
light was red.
I have had
and
to
I actually ran the line.
Yes.
No,
yes.
fuck that. No.
I've had to write stuff down on the side of the road.
Can you white out? Like, oh, never mind.
But
information.
I've always kept it so vague. So maybe that's just me, my little crime girly brain. I'm like, will not use this against me in a court of law.
Cindy was like, dear diary.
Yeah, Cindy was not a crime girly brain girl.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl
who lives with a boy
in high school
named Randall Vick.
Okay.
We'll get to your question there.
I feel like he goes by Randy.
Put that in your pocket.
I got it.
We will get there. So the police asked Cindy about Randall, and I never heard him be Randy, so I'm going to call him Randall. So he had been raised in the area, and the police knew of Randall.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. He had some minor infractions and interactions with the local police while he was growing up.
Sure.
Cindy told police that her father did not approve of her relationship with Randall.
Of course.
Cindy was white and Randall was black.
Oh, come on.
This be 1988.
Yeah.
I mean, we have progressed a lot since then.
Yeah.
But her dad was not progressive, and he was completely against the relationship.
Yeah.
He even told her it was a sin.
Oh, wow.
And if she continued to date him, she could not live in the house.
Oh.
So what do you think Cindy did?
Mr. Wynn stood on business.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She pieced out and she went to live with Randall. So
yeah.
Was Randall older or was he also high school? He must be a little bit older.
I feel like he was maybe a couple years older.
Right, like freshly out.
So, I mean, like, okay, y'all think about it. You give your kid an ultimatum. What does the kid do?
I know.
The opposite.
It's like, peace the fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Right.
So she moved in with Randall.
That'll show him.
Now, we're going to talk about Cindy's written statement. Okay. The night of the murder, Cindy asked Francine if she could give them a ride to a basketball game. The ride being Cindy and her boyfriend, Randall.
Right.
Okay.
Francine told Cindy no because her parents didn't like Randall being in the car. So it's okay to be naked with your kid's vagina up in the air, but you can't drive a black man around.
No.
That sounds, yes. So Francine said if she got caught giving him a ride, it would be
Like she's in trouble. Yeah.
Huge trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like this could be a motive for Randall. Like he's got 2 sets of parents.
Yeah.
Just fucking dissing him.
But I also feel like as a black kid in the 80s dating a white girl, you're probably like,
yeah, this is par for the course.
It's just like, it's sad, but like he's probably just used to it. Just people having a problem with him.
Yeah.
So the investigators continue to review Cindy's written statement and they come across a new name we haven't heard yet.
Cindy.
Joe Anthony. Joe is Francine's ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
And Joe, he was like, I don't know what we would call it today. Goth, emo.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. I think we call it those.
Yeah. So apparently Joe and Francine broke up because Mark and Dee didn't like Joe.
Fair.
Because he's wearing black fingernail polish. He wore all black clothes. He had
black eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yes, he had black earrings.
Feelings.
Yeah. I mean, like,
feelings. Yeah. He was depressed.
Yes.
He had a little bit of depression. A touch.
Again, I'm thinking, okay, so you're okay with the flying W.
That's right.
At the naked colony.
But take that trench. Maybe it's because he had so many layers on. You know, so much flannel, and trench, and combat boots,
all the things.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think it's the layers.
They're like, boy, you need to get naked.
Mark and Dee need to see a little skin.
Yeah, we can't judge you until you're properly naked. All right, so now they want to have a chat with Joe.
Fair,
emo Joe.
Double first name. I don't trust him.
I know. We were already going down the wrong road with that one.
The double first name.
Joe Anthony.
Yeah.
So Joe was brought in and they asked him, what do you think happened? Like, what's going on? He's like, these people were nice. I have no idea. Like, they never caused me any problems.
Wow, Joe.
Literally, Cindy's story. He was like, I liked them.
Yeah.
They liked me.
Yeah.
Even though I wore flannel and trench coats. we all got along. But the relationship kind of played itself out. And, you know, like shit does when you're 18 years old.
Right.
Yeah. So they're like, okay. The police are like, okay, do you know anybody else who could want to hurt him? And he's like, no. It's just literally, they were great people.
Okay.
So police did hold some information back about the crime scene, as they do.
Yeah, just to see if you're going to reveal something.
Keeping it close to the vest. They asked Joe a bunch of different questions, kind of like thinking they could get something out of him. He didn't know anything about the crimes.
Yeah.
His alibi checked out.
Joe was at home painting his nails.
He was not. He was at work, and then after work, he and some of his friends went to a bar.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
Joe is clear.
Yeah.
And the police weren't they were like, at this point, we're not buying what Cindy's trying to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She cray-cray.
So Cindy incriminated him. Like Cindy was like, Joe.
Yeah.
Went over
this is giving like a West Memphis 3 vibes.
Yes.
In the 80s, the satanic panic.
Yes.
So she probably thought, if I blame the kid with the rock and roll and the goth.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're asking me of the statement that happened that night and Joe wasn't even in the statement.
Correct.
Why are you bringing Joe up?
Correct.
Like, oh, by the way, I think Joe did it. What
that's
the fuck?
suspicious. Cindy Wynn.
Yeah. Cindy Wynn. She's drawing attention to herself.
Oh, yeah.
As she
does.
That's all she knows.
Yeah.
Pick me.
She's a pick me. The 80s pick me.
Pick me. So now we're going to talk about a new dude that we haven't talked about.
Oh, so many
all kinds of dudes.
A teen named Michael Reed.
All of them have second names.
That could be a double first name.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah. My child, who is camera switching for us, thank you, Chandler, is the child of 3 last names.
I love it. That's safe.
All three of his names are last names.
It's gotta be.
Nice.
You got it. It's gotta be.
Okay, so Michael Reed got brought in for questioning. According to Michael, Francine's parents told Cindy's parent. Now we're getting into all this. Ooh, let me tell you what they said.
He said, she said, the T.
Francine's parents told Cindy's parents that Cindy was bad news. Mark and Dee went on to say they didn't want Francine hanging out with Cindy. And Michael told the police that the girls wanted to kill their parents.
Wow.
Both sets. So
Cindy wanted to kill her parents.
Yeah,
too.
and yes, they both.
Because they wouldn't let her date Randall.
Right.
I mean, they're so closed-minded, right?
There's probably other things than
they need to die.
Yeah.
You could just sneak around, girls. Have you ever considered lying?
Yeah.
That's like all the people who decide to kill their spouse because they want to get a divorce. Just get a fucking divorce.
Yeah,
Just
sign
leave,
the
dog.
papers.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Not that serious.
All right. So apparently the night in question where there was spending the night and going back and forth in the houses and
that already sounded sketchy. I'm not gonna lie.
basketball game and this person makes that person. All right. So Michael says somehow in that evening they ran into Michael and he says the girls were like, they offered a man named Jackie Myers a big sum of money to take care of Francine's parents. Wow. Mm-hmm. So then Jackie Myers gets called in and he said, I just thought they were fucking around. Like, I mean, don't we all just go, I want to kill that person?
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Not me.
So at this point, wait, who said not me?
Gloria.
Oh.
Not me.
You know we've all said that.
Oh no, but I want to do it
this morning.
I want to do it myself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to pay anybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm cheap.
I'm frugal too.
I'm a budget conscious.
Yeah. I'm frugal too.
Yeah, I understand.
So, Cindy and Francine, this is according again to Jackie Myers, are talking about taking care of the parents, getting rid of the parents, killing the parents. And Cindy and Francine start asking about guns and silencers and bullets.
Wow,
Oh, they have all the.
Be cool.
They're going all in.
They went
They
through
did
the
too
encyclopedia.
much. They did too much.
Yeah. So Michael said the plan was one of the girls would walk in and shoot Mark and Dee. Then they were going to run out the back door. Francine was supposed to go back into the house and start screaming and acting like there had been an intruder in the house. Here we go.
So Michael, who's this Michael? Just like a friend?
He's just a kid.
Well, Michael is, somebody they ran across in the course of the evening.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming according to Cindy's written statement, that's why his name got brought in. Then Michael brings in Jackie Myers.
Jackie Myers probably just chilling at the gas station, minding his own business.
Like, I'm working a shift, brah.
Yeah.
I picture Jackie outside the 7-Eleven.
Smoking a cig.
Worrying about himself.
Like child.
Like, yeah, they offered me money, but I didn't think it was that serious.
So July 12th. So what are we, about a month? Six
June,
or something?
July.
Yeah. July 12th, 1988. Oh, my whiskey's kicking.
We're locked.
72.
Listen, it was the summer.
So it's about 5 weeks after Mark and Dee Stepp's bodies were found. I'm going to stop right there. So you said
Let me circle back.
You said the Steps.
The Stepp is familiar to me.
Is this story familiar?
No.
Okay, good.
Because I'm a murdered girl.
Well, so I'm sure there's somebody else that's been murdered named Stepp. I'm sorry.
But it's weird that it's familiar in the murdery sense.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think at the point of the flying W photograph,
that was new for me.
Well, that would have been like, oh yeah,
that would have triggered.
That would have been triggering. Yeah. Okay, July 12th, 1988. 5 weeks after Mark and Dee were discovered dead, the police brought Francine back in for questioning. They felt like she would break easier than Cindy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They told Francine they needed her to start at the beginning and tell them what happened. They started asking questions. She wasn't talking. She just sat there and didn't answer the questions. But as we have seen on all made-for-TV movies, eventually they start talking.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually they want that hamburger.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you're bringing me chicken nuggets from McDonald's? I will tell you everything.
Yeah.
So she said her parents went to bed around midnight.
Was 11 earlier.
11:30 was when the toilet flush.
Toilet flush.
Toilet flushing?
Toilet. Did you hear how country I said toilet?
Toilet.
I'm embarrassed.
So the detective said, you and Cindy had been planning this for a while, right? And she's like, no, we just decided that morning. And she just starts sobbing.
Oh,
brother.
Oh,
she's like coming clean.
Conscience all of a sudden.
Oh, wow.
So but she was like talking, but not talking. Like, it was a weird situation. She said Cindy kicked her parents' bedroom door in. Oh my God. That freaked her out, and she got scared. And then she kind of stopped talking after that. She wouldn't really say much more. So the police are like, we're giving you a polygraph. She failed the polygraph.
Yeah.
Miserably failed the polygraph. And after the test was over, she looked at the polygrapher and was like, how did I do?
Oh, no.
Girl, this ain't getting an A in band.
Also, you're never supposed to take the polygraph, right? Like, you're not supposed to.
So, first of all, you can, but it's not admissible in court.
Right. But
so, it's not going to,
it's ill-advised because, like, your emotional state can, like,
it's totally ill-advised because whether or not you pass it is going to then dictate whether or not the police just keep on and on and on.
And then it's going to get out that you failed, and it could have just been because you were freaking nervous.
Yeah.
Or like traumatized because your family was just murdered. Sorry to sidetrack.
No, that's fair.
I feel like
for those of us looking to commit crimes in the future, I'm just
I feel like I want to be a polygrapher. I'm not joking.
Yeah, this is that. Yeah.
So when she asked the polygrapher, how did I do? He was like, we need to have a serious talk.
He was like, I've seen better.
You're pushing a hard F right now. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So Francine finally came clean. She told him about the 22. She said her dad's put his hands up in the air and he was shot first. Yeah.
In the neck.
Then she went over and started stabbing her mom. She said the last stab was so hard she couldn't pull the knife back.
So wait, who did she say who shot?
Yeah, no, I was thinking that too.
It sounds like her. Like, she all in on this motherfucker. Yeah.
How do you kill your mom?
Yeah. No,
you
but
have to be like
it's so hard that the knife's obviously like sticking in bone. Like, you can't even pull it out. Like, you put your foot on her back and you can't even pull it out.
Yeah.
So she told the police that her parents were practicing nudist and she hated it.
Sure.
Yeah. She said, I had to take off my clothes and walk around the nudist colony. I was put on exhibition.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It's a little trauma.
This had been going on her whole life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But you still don't need to kill people.
Yeah, that's not
you don't
the
murder.
response.
No, you just keep your pants on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jeez.
You tell someone.
Wrap a towel around.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Her parents made her do that, and I agree that's shit.
Yeah.
They should have said, do you want to do this? Are you into it? Like, and if she wasn't, then they should have let her choose. But you still don't fucking kill your parents
That's
over
right.
that. Yeah. So, but one of Francine's friends, not anyone we've mentioned so far.
Okay.
Because I feel like I know the whole town.
Yeah, well, and obviously the friend wasn't the girl in band that she was like, why are you talking to me? Stop fucking talking to me.
Yeah.
Right.
But the friend said that it was time that Francine saved herself. Again,
I feel like there's more going on.
Yeah, I don't believe that you should kill someone. Okay, so from all of this, the authorities learned that Francine and Cindy had planned to kill both sets of parents. We knew that from what I told you already.
Cindy's a problem.
The plan was that Cindy would kill Francine's parents and Francine would kill Cindy's parents. But
flawless.
At this point, Francine's arrested.
She's got like 18 years of rage for being naked.
But they're like, okay, so sorry, you killed someone. Yeah. Shitty situation, but
can't do anything about this now.
So she's arrested. Now let's turn to Cindy.
Yeah.
She feels like she got away with all this motherfucking shit. She was brought back into the station. Cindy admitted discussing killing her parents with Francine. Cindy admitted that she was there when Francine killed her parents, but she did not pull the trigger or wield the knife. So that's why I said I think Francine shot her dad.
Yeah.
But are we believing Cindy or not at this point?
Yeah. Cindy's a liar.
Yeah.
Cindy said she didn't do anything but watch.
Oh, as one does.
This bitch been lying from the beginning.
Yeah.
Cindy was arrested, and the first thing she did while she's still in the interrogation room was to ask for them to get Randall, her boyfriend, to come in.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
So they bring him into the interrogation room. Now
Poor Randall.
This is on video.
Yeah, honestly, horrible girlfriend. Like, let him go.
Poor dude. He is catching all the shit for being a black guy, and then
for just existing.
Yeah, just living his best life. Okay, so he gets brought in. They let him go into the interrogation room with Cindy, and this is on video, and you can see her like putting her hands on his knee, like she told him what happened, and he jumped the fuck back.
Yeah, he's like a bitch.
And he's pushing her hands away.
Yeah,
and he had complete shock. So obviously he did not have anything to do with the murders. All right. Let's see how this ends up.
I'm sure he's like, this white girl. About to pin this whole thing on me.
This bitch. This bitch here.
Yeah.
So October 5th, 1988, Francine Stepp pled guilty to first-degree murder of Mark and Dolores Stepp. She was sentenced to life in prison. February 22nd, 1989, Cindy Wynn was convicted of conspiring to commit murder.
Good.
And being an accessory after the fact. She was sentenced to 10 years.
10 years.
What the fuck? In prison.
Jeez.
So she long been out.
Oh, yeah.
Long been out. Okay, Cindy served, this is what one source said. Remember, it was 10 years.
Yeah.
One source said she served 7. Another said she served all 10. Either way.
That's nothing.
She's out and nobody knows her location.
Jeez.
I think she's in Batman's lair. That's what I think. Okay, so Francine has been a model prisoner at the Mabel Bassett Correctional Center in McLeod, Oklahoma. She has been seeking parole since 2023, but has been denied. Her most recent denial was 2021. What did I say? 2023?
Yes.
2003.
That's different. That's different.
Makes sense.
I was like, wait,
she's been seeking parole since 2003, and her most recent denial, she got denied a bunch of times, was 2021.
20 years almost of just new.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like, you killed your mom and dad.
Right? That's terrible. But I do feel like Cindy instigated all of this.
I also feel like Francine was maybe getting molested. Listen.
Oh,
Francine, if you're listening, tell them they touched you.
From the Mabel Bassett Correctional Center.
Take a cue from the Menendez brothers.
No shit.
Tell them
I know. I was thinking about that the whole time.
Don't fucking get me started on the Menendez brothers.
That's a dark hole I'd like to go down.
Okay, well, we can do that next podcast if you want. But you got to bring some info to the.
Let's go hard. Tammy, don't play.
No, I'm not playing.
I'll do a deep dive.
All right, we'll do it. Okay, so let me give you my sources. Where Murder Lies is what I watched on Max. Season 1, episode 1.
Love it.
Wow.
1 and 1. Yeah. ID Crime Feed, The Cinemaholic, and Oxygen.com.
Quality resources.
Wow.
Now, y'all want something funny?
Do it.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of a shit show.
Yeah.
The Flying W kind of.
The flying was the flying. The murder, whatever.
I agree.
Yeah.
The flying W will stick with me.
That was terrible.
So I'm glad you haven't heard this step murder.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah. We're gonna.
There's got to be another step murder.
No, I like something rings a bell with step too.
Yeah.
So do y'all want to research that and bring the story next time on step, or are we doing Menendez brothers?
I like Menendez.
Let's go, Lyle. And what's the other one's name? God dog it. The Menendez brother.
Bob.
Is it Bob?
No.
That's good.
Eric.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I tried to get my kids to go as Eric and Lyle.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'll be the mom.
Oh no.
Both of you and the dad. You and the dad would be bloody.
Yes.
Shotgun.
Like a freaking hole in my head. They wouldn't do it because they're unfun. If they listen to this, you're unfun.
Kids, you're unfun. Okay, so this is one
sidetrack. It's like ADD freaking commercial.
Yeah. So I have one co-host that I can tell when she takes her medicine before she comes to the show. Stop. And at the end, I'm like, you took your medicine today.
Yeah. She's locked in.
Yeah. No, because I was like,
I think you did that last podcast.
Yeah, I was like, you're more fun when you don't take your medicine.
Be a little unhinged.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea, one of our super fans,
love her,
literally sent me this article, and this is the funnies for today. Okay. It's called Poopers Who Were Caught in the Act.
Oh, brother.
Yes.
We love a poop story.
So I'm going to read these out. All right.
Sorry.
Are you good? Are you okay?
I keep going.
Little Glow, are you okay?
Yeah.
Baby Glow.
Glow.
She just pooped.
Uncle Baby Glow. No. You got to watch your Righteous Gemstones. Yeah.
Yes.
Uncle Baby Bobby.
I'm going to give it a shot again under your recommendation.
When you finish season 1, I expect a text telling me you were right.
Tammy, you were right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay. A New Jersey high school's football and track field was the scene of a daily deposit of human feces.
Oh.
After dealing with the routine cleanup, school staff started monitoring the area in hopes of catching the culprit. Bruh, just put a blink camera out there.
Yeah.
Fuck. On April 30th, 2018, police arrested another school district's superintendent.
No,
Yes.
they are. It's always them.
It's a revenge dump.
Yeah.
Thomas Tragmaglini. I'm not good at Italian names when I'm drunk. After a morning run on the track is when they arrested him.
Happens.
Oh,
And he was charged with lewdness and discarding and dumping of litter and public urination defecation.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Chelsea, this is cracking me up. Thank you so much for
What a
sending
random
Well, maybe
fact. But do you ever see those marathons where they crap their
that's
pants?
what I was going to say.
Because they don't want to stop. Like they run across the
Yes.
finish line with like doo-doo pants.
There's like the ultra marathons or whatever.
Yeah,
That's like 24 hours long.
Because they don't want to mess up their time. So they just
go.
dump in their drawers.
So maybe he's a
and
runner.
they come across the finish
I
line.
hope you have the camera on my face right now.
So they're like, don't get below the waist. I've shat myself.
I have what are they, British? I've shat myself, fine sir.
I seem to have sharted.
I've shat myself, fine
No,
sir.
but I think it's like a thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
he
think
was
so too.
just
I'm like not. Yeah.
It turns out Mr. Trigomanaki
I know,
was just
right?
he just wanted a PR.
He was an elite athlete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who went on the school's track field.
Can't stop, won't stop. When you're in the zone, when
And just
you're
like
in that HR
drop trout.
When my watch tells me like you're in this like high heart rate, I'm not stopping.
No.
I'm gonna poop.
When my watch tells me high noise levels, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have more poop.
Love
Okay,
it.
let's
I'm a
hear
big
it.
fan.
Okay, over a 3-year period beginning in 2012, the serial pooper known No. That's funny. But this is what his nickname was. Wait for it. The Bowel Movement Bandit.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes.
He relieved himself on or in 19 vehicles in Akron, Ohio.
Can you imagine going to your? Oh my god!
And that's why you lock your doors.
He also defecated on children's toys left in front yards.
Oh, well, you know what?
Yeah,
How many times did their mom tell them to pick that crap up?
No shit.
And I'd be like, this is what happens.
That's right.
He would also smear
Teaching
feces
a lesson.
on car door handles.
Oh, the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
far.
pooped on side mirrors of cars.
Oh my god!
Bro, he started this in 2012.
Wow.
In March of 2015, a neighbor took a photograph of the bandit pooping on the hood of his car. The bandit seems to have retired after police released his image to the community.
Oh no!
That'll do it.
So, like, look,
Oh god.
TMI, but I poop very frequently.
Sure.
I don't think I could poop on a car.
I have to do it comfortably.
I mean, like, well, but some people are like, I can't poop in a public restroom. Like,
Not me.
when the urge
No.
hits.
What
Then
you gotta
you've
do.
never had to poop.
Yes, exactly.
If you got options,
Yeah.
you don't have to poop.
Yeah.
If you are like trying to make it hump, then you've never really
you haven't
almost
had
shat
to-
yourself.
You haven't had to undo that seatbelt
Mm-hmm.
because the weight of the lap belt.
And damn be the dinging noise because
If you've never had to undo your seatbelt and put that hoe on cruise control, you have not had to crash.
thank you very much.
That's just what I've heard.
I'm just being serious.
Tammy, I couldn't be more serious when I tell you my butthole knows when I'm almost home.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
it gets worse.
We've held off this long. That's all we've got.
It's like when you're on a road trip. And
Yes.
you're like, I got to pee next, couple stops or whatever. And then you pull over at the exit.
And
you're
you can't even get out. No, if you haven't had to put that bitch in cruise control and take your seatbelt off and drive elevated, clenched up, you've never had to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I would never thought to get out and shit on somebody's side mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, that hasn't.
I have been like, I'm going to shit my pants.
You could literally spray it at that point.
Oh, there's nothing solid.
No. You could literally spray, like you could paint your name on shit with it.
There's nothing solid.
Okay, I know this may be disgusting for some.
Sorry, Chandler.
We have a couple more to go, okay?
I love a poop story.
Kathy Buttle of Colorado Springs spoke out in 2017 about a jogger who pulled down her pants and defecated in her front yard.
It's the running, bro.
Making everything worse, the jogger was first caught in the act by Buddy's children. When confronted with her actions, the mysterious mad pooper simply apologized and continued to leave feces at the home for 2 fucking months.
Oh, no.
After the family went public and the toilet paper manufacturer Charmin, I'm not joking, offered a free year of toilet paper if the mad pooper gave herself up, she stopped. Her stinky spree.
Little skunk.
So all she needed was toilet paper.
I don't know, bro. I never heard that whole running thing y'all were talking about.
It gets everything going.
But to me, that's just one more reason not to run.
Yeah.
Also, unless I'm being chased, bro.
If I'm being chased, you better run.
I'll do a fast walk.
If I'm being chased and y'all see me, you better run because something's after me.
Trouble's a brewing.
Yeah. Yes. And it ain't poop. It's something is about a zombie is about to kill me.
Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
Okay. In November and December 2017, neighbors in an East Granbury, Connecticut cul-de-sac found human feces on their street. You don't.
How do you identify?
You do not. Oh no! Have you not ever seen?
Yes,
feces?
no, absolutely. But I don't want to look at it and be like, this is human
No,
poop.
what kind of time do you have on your hands if
So you're just walking the cul-de-sac?
you found human feces on your street 3 times and then you involved the police? Bruh, somebody's taking a shit. Who the fuck cares? You're not shitting on... Next time it rains, that shit's going to be gone.
Just get
You're
your
not
hose.
shitting on a car. You're not shitting on kids' toys.
Again, I think these are people that have never had a bowel issue
I
in
agree.
their life. They don't... Game recognized game.
Yes.
And I know if you got to a point where you had to shit the street, it was out of your control. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my water hose and we're going to just pretend like this didn't happen.
Yeah. Or if it's in the actual street,
It's not that serious.
I'm going to let the next rain take it away.
Who has not? Listen, if you haven't had a close call, you don't understand. The girlies that get it, the IBS girlies get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
You
the Ozempic
you got a gallbladder? Must be nice.
Yeah. My gallbladder's out. The Ozempic will fucking rock your
You
world.
don't know nothing about it until you get that gallbladder out.
All right. Police became involved after the first incident occurred.
It's like an episode of The Golden Girls, right?
Right? Shitting.
Oh, man.
Okay. November 7th was when the first incident occurred. November 16th, another pile of human excrement was found,
Pile.
prompting the addition of a motion activated camera.
You got to.
And on December 5th,
Motion act.
43-year-old Holly Malone defecated in the neighborhood again.
God dog it, Molly.
On camera.
I wonder what time of the day she's doing.
Police arrested and charged Malone with a second-degree breach of peace.
There's different degrees.
Breach of peace. They say.
So,
Breach of poo.
do you want to hear her excuse?
Emergency.
She explained that she suffered from lactose intolerance,
Same, sister.
but still indulged in dairy from time to time.
She just like
Secretly.
me for real.
She used the cul-de-sac as a restroom when she felt she couldn't make it to her own home a
She was
few
just gonna
miles
walk.
away.
God
Yeah.
dog it.
I'll
So,
pay you some cheese.
as we have discussed, this bitch was driving.
Listen.
But she went out the way. Like, she felt the shit coming on
Maybe
and went
she's
out
trying to
the
go
way.
somewhere private.
Yeah. She's
But
like,
bro, why you
not-
shit on the same street every time?
Also, maybe like I understand because listen, Bluebell's got me by the throat. Like I love that ice cream so much, but never a day in its life has it loved me back. And I will take some unnecessary risk for some chocolate peanut butter overload.
But in that case,
But I
you
eat it at
stay
the house.
home.
I eat it at the house.
Bro,
Yeah.
like if you
And I
wanna-
mind my business.
Clearly,
You know what?
someone was shaming her.
You know what? If you are an adult and you're lactose intolerant, you do you, boo, but do it at your house.
At the house.
I agree.
I don't make plans the next day.
Don't go shit in the
I
cul-de-sac.
can't. I would
In
never.
the same cul-de-sac.
It's just also this makes me want to like check my cameras outside my house because I'm like, how many times has somebody
I
crap my
know.
cul-de-sac?
But you know what? The fact is you've got to see the poop first to even worry about if you're going to look on
And then
your
I'm like,
camera.
should I be patrolling my property for poo? Is that
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, all these people in these stories, I feel like did not have enough in their day.
That-
No,
Correct.
I agree.
They were all retired.
Because I'm flying through that cul-de-sac to get home to poop myself.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't have time to check for yours.
Right.
I've had a 45-minute drive home from work to let
Yeah.
the day's stress hit
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
right in the colon.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get in the house.
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't get like I feel like I have to be like in peace. I have to be in the right
Oh,
setting.
that's cute.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, God, not me.
so but like you
So
wouldn't be
you've
worried.
never had to poop then.
No, I
is what
have.
we've determined here.
But what
So
I'm
you have,
trying
like,
to
a
say is like I would be
healthy
too
system.
worried about someone coming out.
Oh, if you pooped outside in someone's
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
that would interrupt my
Ugh.
rhythm.
What about the anybody ever?
Okay, I think we should just say boom right now
We'll do it.
and stop.
It was
the
only gonna get
conversation.
weirder.
Yeah.
It was only gonna get weirder.
I feel a little shame.
I've had a marg.
All right, ladies, I appreciate you doing this.
Thanks,
Tammy, we appreciate you.
That's a
Would
gift.
you all be willing to commit to one time a month for this?
Yeah.
Or I mean, I know you have a very busy schedule.
Well, listen, I'm done with football with these stinking children.
Well, we need to get as much in as we can before
So you got
football's-
me
Yeah, let's do
spring,
it.
summer,
All right.
but then I got one more kid to get through, and then I have a
after
life
that,
again.
and then
Yeah.
after that, you can become a permanent co-host
That's perfect.
and quit your job.
Don't hype me
Yeah,
up
day
because
job. Yeah.
I just listeners, please like, subscribe,
support Patreon.
follow, so that we can walk the hell out.
We just want a peaceful
We'll be
walk
so
out.
grateful.
Y'all, we're just like y'all. We hate our day jobs.
Yeah,
and
we
just
won't
want-
talk about poop every time.
Yeah.
Come on, no. We
Unless
just
you're into that.
yeah.
Then we-
Email us. Let us know.
Let us know.
Email us
right.
at
We'll appeal
doo-doo,
to the audience. whatever you want us to do.
doo-dooandmurder.com.
And Chelsea, please send more doo-doo stories.
Yeah, Chelsea, you're the
That was awesome.
quality. It's
Yeah.
quality.
All right. I love y'all so much.
Love you.
Love you.
I got to do a little housekeeping.
Do it.
We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on all the things. I literally need y'all to go to YouTube and subscribe.
Yes.
And I need you to get your husband or wife's phone and your children's phone and your grandmama's phone and your mama's phone and your meemaw's phone.
Do it.
Go on all their phones and subscribe. We are so close to 1,000.
Stop.
We're so close.
gonna
Let
do
us
it.
get a G.
Let's do it.
Tammy needs a G.
We can start monetizing
Yeah.
at 1,000 listeners.
That's
It
where
may
we
be
start.
a penny a view, but
Still
you know what?
counts.
That's a penny more than we had
That's right.
yesterday.
That's right.
And as y'all know, we don't have commercials on this show.
Yeah.
We're not big enough to have sponsors pay us. to
Right.
do
but we
this.
could be if you'd like to sponsor.
We
Please email Tammy at grits.
.com. Yeah, visit the website too, because
Do it.
my beloved Anthony, who is our social media guru, he is also now has taken over the website. So we're going to have a
Nice.
more updated website
Perfect.
on a
Nice.
regular basis. Yeah, y'all, let's get excited.
Let's
do
do it.
this.
Yeah. Let's
Come
stop
on.
playing these games.
Yeah.
Let's get real.
We're serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Chandler, thank you for camera switching.
Chandler and Angel.
He is.
Yes.
And we are going to tell your mom and them to listen, and we're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.